Each town committee in the state of Georgia was gifted a tree. The Franklinia Alatamaha is our Dames flower. You see it on our invitations that we've had for the 125th, the pins that we have. So here's the real deal. St. Paul's already hosts the Celtic cross that was gifted by the Georgia Society in 1901 to mark the site of the Colonial Fort Augusta. There's a tablet on this property as well, and it was erected by the Augusta Town Committee in 1930 to commemorate the Great Congress of 5 Indian Nations at Fort Augusta in 1763. We also discovered that there's an active Building and Grounds Committee. So I would like to first introduce Keith Schaefer. Keith is with us today as he serves on the Building and Grounds Committee, and in search for our new home for our tree, Keith's credentials came into play. He hails from Connecticut, where he grew up on a farm. His family is in the nursery business. You can see where this is going. In the past 20 years, Keith has been dubbed that go-to guy in matters referring to the churchyard grounds. We just know that we had to have the best hands, and this is where we wanted to go. But lest I forget, Keith is actually the director of music for St. Paul's Church. Please welcome Keith.
Thank you, Martha. Welcome, everybody. I don't know if any of you remember what this area used to look like. Probably 8 or 10 years ago, there was a magnificent pine tree that stood right in the middle of this. It towered over the top of the roof of the chapel, and it came down in one of the bad storms that we had to be removed. And also along this walkway, there were some very, very old azaleas and some old gardenias that had overgrown. So we decided to take all of this out. So the garden that you see right now, where the Franklinia was planted, is all new from the spring. And this coming spring, we're looking forward to having everything open up and look magnificent right on this walk, but especially the Franklinia. I personally drove to Fayetteville, Georgia to pick him up. That's about 2.5 hours from here, south of the airport in Atlanta. And it came from the Nearly Native Nursery, which is a nursery that specializes in native Georgia plants. And they had 8 or 10 of those, and he was the most beautiful one. He actually didn't have leaves on his branches when I got him about 5 weeks ago. And the very next morning after he went in, I came walking out here, and the leaves, the little buds, had just started to open up. So we are hopeful that he lives here and is a magnificent specimen. And it's a perfect place for him because we have George Steptoe Washington buried in the yard around the corner. George Washington visited here. They're colonial ties, so we are very happy about having this Franklinia tree. We can't thank you enough for making it possible for us to have it.
Thank you. I think Keith has named the tree
Benji.
Benji. All right, here's a relationship here, man and tree. We know we are in good hands, and we thank you for the Westminster chimes that we just heard. Thank you. The Reverend George Muir, second rector of St. Paul's Church. Would you come forward? Okay, thank you for receiving us for this celebration today. I'll tell you a little bit about George. He was born and raised in North Carolina. He graduated from the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, and the Virginia Theological Seminary. Stop me when I start making mistakes. In Alexandria, Virginia, and received his interim training through the Clergy Leadership Institute. He is married to Susan, and I have 36 plus years. 42. See, my information is a little bit older, so I have to add. He had 3 children and 2 grandchildren at the time.
One on the way.
One on the way.
Not child, grandchild.
And these families still live in North Carolina. Through George's service, George and Susan have lived in a lot of places, and so they can play who's who with you. Those towns include Fayetteville, North Carolina, Beaufort, North Carolina. And see, I know the difference between Beaufort and Beaufort, aren't you? Okay. Richmond, Virginia, and Hinesdale, Illinois. Upon leaving Hinesdale, he became an active in the ministry of interim. And he and Susan then moved to Asheville, North Carolina, back to Richmond, Virginia, and now to St. Paul's. And you've been here
Almost 6 years.
almost 6. I had that one right. So George, welcome to Augusta. We hope you stay for a while and call this home and watch this tree mature. Please, if you'd like to say
No,
a few
just
words.
welcome to all of you, and I will say that it just seems appropriate that the Colonial Dames and St. Paul's have such a close relationship because it's what we're all about. And thank you for the gift of the cross, the flag of the Indian meeting. It keeps going and going. I will say, as I was introduced, she mentioned that I had interim training, and I came to St. Paul's as interim. I flunked. So we plan on staying as long as they will have us. But no, we are enjoying being here and love the community of Augusta. It's just such a wonderful place, such wonderful people. The tree, I was taught by my father, who was a master gardener, that you never thank someone for a living plant. You can thank them for cut flowers, but you never thank them for something that's living. So I don't thank you, but we will enjoy it. And I hope all of you come back whenever, just come back and help us watch it grow. Thank you.
And we're so happy to continue the relationship with St. Paul's. We heard before we're coming to visit Benji. All right, this is Joy Daniel Schwartz, Georgia Society President. Joy comes to us today from Savannah, Georgia, and we know what she does. She rides Georgia. She watches out for Georgia all of her days. I promise she knows us by name, I'm sure. She's here to help us celebrate our Georgia State Society of 125th celebration, and she will unveil our commemorative plaque today.
Hello, ladies of Augusta and gentlemen of St. Paul's. I'm delighted to be here, and you know, the Franklinia seems to be a feminine tree, but everyone names them Benji. I personally have killed 2 of these. Their names were Frank and Frank Jr. So I know that this tree, surrounded by God, as we all are, will flourish here at St. Paul's. And it's an honor for me to be here with you to dedicate the tree and the plaque. Thank you.